Kazakhstan, located in the center of the Eurasian continent, is a country well known for its beautiful culture that is a mix of Eastern and Western cultures. The history of the relationship between Korea and Kazakhstan dates back to the ancient Silk Road, but what became the stepping stone of today's relations is the settlement of the Goryeo-ins from the Far East about 80 years ago. Goryeo-in means Korean people who live in CIS countries since the fall of the Soviet Union. On August 15th, the National Liberation Day of Korea, the remains of General Commander Beom-do of Korea's Independence Army returned home 78 years after his death in Kazakhstan, thanks to the Korean government's diplomatic efforts and the cooperation of the Kazakh government. On August 16th, Kazakh President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev paid the first state visit to Korea since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. During the many years, the commander was resting in peace. The relationship between Korea and Kazakhstan continued to develop, and mutual exchange flourished. Let's have a look at the recent cultural exchanges between the two countries organized by the Korean Embassy in Kazakhstan. The Korean Embassy in Kazakhstan held the Sumukhwa Monologue exhibition of Korean traditional ink wash paintings at the National Museum of Kazakhstan on August 13th. The exhibition displayed the works of 28 well-known Korean masters of ink painting. Come and listen to the tranquil monologues painted in black and white on traditional Hwaseong paper. On August 14th and 15th, the ballet Shim was screened online by the Korean Cultural Center in Kazakhstan. An old Korean tale was illustrated with Western classical music and ballet performance. A follow-up to Chunhyang screened last year. This year's ballet screening gained enthusiastic reaction among Kazakh viewers. For 2 months, beginning in June, an online photo exhibition featuring traveling in Korea was held, and thousands of Kazakh citizens joined the virtual experience. Shall we take a look into the travel journey? Listed as a UNESCO World Heritage in 2010, the Andong Hahoe folk village is where centuries-old Korean traditional Confucian culture is still alive. A long time ago, when there were not many transportation means and streets, people had to climb over this hill to go to the capital city. The beauty of the hilly road is said to have impressed even the Confucian scholars who climbed it on their way to the capital to take the state exam for civil service. Do you also see the beauty that awed the scholars? Built in the latter half of the 18th century by Joseon King Jeongjo, the fortress shows the quintessence of the art of wall construction that combines traditional architecture with the science and technology of the times. This fortress was registered as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997. In a recent interview, Korean Ambassador Gu Hong-seok congratulated the 30th anniversary of independence of Kazakhstan this year and stated that he looks forward to a further expansion in the relations and promotion of cooperation between the two countries in the fields of IT and energy industry.